It's your boy Ricky here for Picket Fence Studios. I hope you're doing well today and thank you so much for being here. You guys, I am playing around with some new products from Picket Fence Studios and I'm so excited to work with those today. But before we do that, just a few things. Please subscribe to this channel so that you can see a bunch of other artists play along with products here. Secondly, click that notification bell so that you know a new video comes out. Third, leave some comments down below. Let us know what you think of the products and all that great stuff. And lastly, share the love. If you know someone that may like this video, go ahead and send it out to them. You never know. You might get them into card making. You might get them into stamping. You might get them into something. But anywho, all right, so let's take a look down at the desk at what we're going to be using today, and then we'll go ahead and get started and start having some fun. So let's take a look. All right, so in today's video, we are going to be using the stamp set Seahorse of the Sea, along with the matching dies. We're going to be using the Layering Flora die set, the Ocean Waves stencil die set, some white cardstock. We're going to be using the Paper Glaze Glass Sea Glass Blue. We're going to be using this big old sticky mat here, the color blending stencil or stencil mat, and then a palette knife. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to do a die cut first, I believe. So I want to die cut this big old leaf out of some white cardstock. So I'm going to run this through the die cutting machine, maybe, if I can get... You guys, they put like the world's strongest adhesive on the back of these dies. All right, there we go. So I'm just going to place this onto the white cardstock and I'm going to run this through the die cutting machine and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this cut out and now what I want to do is I'm going to do some stenciling over it. So I'm going to place this leaf onto the mat here. And I'm going to use this wave stencil to put some waves on this. So we're just going to lay that down, and then we're going to be using the Paper Glaze Glass Sea Glass Blue to do this. So we're going to just put this on like cake frosting. Ooh, it's really pretty, you guys. I really like that color. I'm not for sure if I've seen any kind of paste or medium of this color before. I'm a fan. I enjoy it thoroughly. Alrighty. So let's take this off and then we'll see what this looks like. And then what I'll need to do is go and get this all cleaned up before it gets dry. So let's take a look at what we got here. Ooh, that looks cool. All right, so a little got under the stencil. So I think it'll be okay. We could probably still use it. Let me see here. Yeah, I think it'll still be okay. We can still use this. So let me get this all cleaned up and I'll be back for the next step. Okay, so we went ahead. This guy is still drying. So we're going to put this to the side. And now we are going to do some stamping so that we could do some alcohol marker coloring of these cute little seahorses. And I think I'm just going to go, you know what, we might go ahead and stamp both of them out, but I might only be using one of them today. All right, so let's go ahead and get the paper onto the stamp wheel. And then put him there. Then we'll put this one here. All right. You guys, I need to clean my stamp wheel. It's very dirty. I'm very lazy about it. Alrighty. Let's give these guys a rub down because it's the first time they're being used. We want to make sure that the ink sticks to them. I didn't have the wheel in correctly and it kind of moved. So we're just going to stamp it again. There we go. Make sure it's nice and stamped down. All right, that looks good. So I'm going to put this off to the side and let it dry a little bit before we do any Copic coloring. So I'll be right back for the next step. Okay, you guys, so I am going to try to do some Olo alcohol marker coloring here. You guys, I'm still trying to get used to these markers. So, and the colors are a little bit more limited than Copic, so I'm having to try to figure out what I'm going to do here. But I think I'm going to try these greens out here and then maybe do a couple browns in the middle here. So let me go ahead and pull these markers out so I can have them ready, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the greens here. I'm going to work a little bit of greens on the seahorse, and then I may come in and put some brown in there too. I'm not quite sure yet, so we're just going to experiment here. So I am going to take the lightest color first, and I think with the lightest color, we're just going to go in and just go ahead and get the whole thing colored in with the lightest color. And you guys, probably what I'll do is either fast forward this or cut some parts out, depending on how long this goes. All right. So we have the base color down. Then let's go in with 8.5. And I'm just going to try to, add some shading here where there's already shading in the drawing. And I may not even need to add any brown to this, but we're going to see. Alrighty. And we'll come in with 8.6. Oh, you know what? I think this is going to work out great, you guys. Honestly. Where the light green is on the tops here, we're going to do this 8.6, which is kind of like a brownish green. And I think that's going to actually look really good here. I won't need to bring any browns in. And I'm really just tapping here. I just kind of want some spots because, fish usually have some kind of scales or texture to them. And that helps do that. All right, let's see what this YG looks like. Okay, so it's a little bit darker, which is fine. Just add a little bit more shading. This is going to look like a camo seahorse, which is cracking me up right now. All right, now let's do this 8.7. And you guys, this actually, it might be the quickest Copic coloring I've ever done. Just going in and putting some browns wherever. There's no like rhyme or reason for this. I didn't even look up a reference photo to see what a seahorse looks like. I just assume that they're green and brown and look like camo. And then probably what I'll do is I'll go back in just with the lightest color and get some of this blending in. There we go. That's looking really good. Yeah, that was not hard at all, you guys. And then with the eye, I don't know what color their eyes are. Maybe do like a goldish brown, maybe? I'll try it. It might look a little scary. He looks scary. But, oh well. And then let's see, maybe just do kind of like a warm gray for this white part here. I think that looks okay. All right. So you guys, that went a lot faster than I thought it would. So let me go ahead and I am going to take the matching dies here and I'm going to go ahead and cut this guy out and then I'll be right back and we'll start the next on the process. Okay, so now that we have the seahorse cut out, look at that little cutie right there. So cute. The next thing we're going to do is the sentiment. And I think we're going to do this one that says, you have always been my anchor in a sea of doubt. So I think that's what we're going to do today. We are going to do some heat embossing on black cardstock. So we want to use our anti-static tool to make sure that none of the powder sticks to the paper when we do this. And let's go ahead and get this on here. There is a matching die for this, so we'll be able to cut it out. Thank goodness. We love a matching die for a sentiment. Just makes it looks like so perfect when you go to die cut it. It just looks like you worked really hard. All right, there we go. So let's give this stamp a nice big rub. And then get some embossing ink on there. Stamp that one more time just to make sure. Don't want to press too hard because you don't want to distort the letters. So it's just barely tapping. There we go, that looks good. Then we're just gonna add some white heat embossing powder to this. Ugh, you guys, I hate the way this feels. Ugh. Okay, so that looks perfect. I'm going to heat emboss this and then I'm going to cut it out with the matching die and then we'll come back and we'll start putting the card together. Okay, everyone, we have everything ready for the card here, I believe. I might do a little bit of bling bling. I'm not for sure though, because we have plenty to choose from, but I'm not for sure if I'm going to be putting any on this card yet. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead, I'm going to glue this big leaf down. So let me go ahead, get this glued down. And I think I'm going to put this down and kind of put it to like an angle. There we go. All right. And then with the seahorse, I want to put some foam tape on this little guy. So let's go ahead and get some foam tape on the back of him. There we go. And we also want to put one behind the sentiment too. So let's go ahead and do that as well too. All righty. Go ahead. Maybe. There we go. All right, so I think I'm gonna put this guy like right here. And then the sentiment, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I smudged it a little bit right here. There's a couple smudges, but this one's the biggest one. So I'm just gonna hide that by putting the sentiment right over it. So that looks good there. And then let's see if there's any new colors here. This is more of a shaker situation. These guys might work actually. Yeah, let's try these guys. I'm just gonna pour them out onto the table. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pour them into my little Picket Fence Studios container here. There we go. And then let me just take a look to see what we have here. A little tool out here. see if we can just pull a few out. Let's see if we can make this happen. You know what? I think it might work. Because we do have some kind of greenish gold pieces in here too. That can totally go in here as well. All right, I think I like this situation of how these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we have to have an odd number. So let's just put another one of these guys around here somewhere. Right there. All righty. All righty. All right, so that is today's card. I really hope you enjoy this. I love how simple it's white. It has a little bit of the ocean with the blue waves. It has some little bubbles here to show that it's like, you know, water, and a really, really cute seahorse. Let me hold it up just a little bit closer for you guys. Let's see if it'll zoom in. There we go. Really, really love that. It's really nice. Okay, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you click the links down in the description to see all the products that I used today. Also, please subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell so that you know a new video is out, and leave a comment down below. Leave the word seahorse to let me know that you've watched this all the way through, and then share the love. If you know someone that really loves seahorses or loves the sea life, maybe go ahead and send this out to them to let them know you're thinking of them. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.